Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lily Sullivan, 4 and 6 years old, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Since then, there has been no sighting of Jack and Lily. And the question remains, what happened to them? Tonight, we're going to be talking about, is the parents actually cleared because of a polygraph? Does that simply clear someone? And also, Janie is leaking. Janie's washa spinna is leaking. We got a lot to talk about, y'all, on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth.
Miss Holly, appreciate love.
Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is December 16th, 2025. It is currently 8:43 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Good to see everyone in chat. We are officially counting down the days till Christmas. It is Hanukkah and all of that. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. Really do appreciate you guys being here. Before we get started, for my live chat and for my replay crew, How are you? Do me a big, big favor and please hit that thumbs up button. Would be so, so thankful and would definitely, definitely appreciate it. It's a very small thing that makes a huge, can't tell you, huge difference. And even better, share the live out for extra bonus points. Good to see everyone in chat. Let me say hello to a few of you. Oops, 1 second, guys. Well, if I didn't plug in my computer, that would help. Sorry about that. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, back on that one. Good to see you. Let me just say hello to a few of you guys up in here, CJ, good to see you. Miss Joyous, good to see you, dear. Mallory, bonjour. Lily, hello. Shelby, good to see you. Linda, forget me not. Shar to the main. CJ, Cherie, uh, R- Ratora, good to see you, my dear. Connie coming in clutch at 6 months. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate 6 months, Miss Connie. Good to see you. Hopefully, you and yours are well. Hello. So happy to be here. We are thrilled to have you, Miss Connie. And Susan, good to see you. Watch Save Kids for America. Good to see you, my dear. Or from CSA, rather. I apologize. Lily, good to see you. CJ, Mom of an angel. Hello, dear. Wolfie, you spin me right round, Jamie, right round like a record, Jamie, right round, round, round. Good to see you. Catherine, hello. PGH, hello. CJ, Leslie, Mom of an angel. Linda, Cato, good to see you. Miss Carol, good to see you. Jen, bonjour, darling. Good to see you. How could anyone forget me not? Good to see you, hun. Shy, hello. Good to see you. Sasha, good to see you, hun. Lily, crazy bug. Linda, hello. Shell, good to see you, my dear. Kelly Thompson, bonjour, darling. Uh, let's see here. All right. Good to see everyone up in here. Really do appreciate you. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Jack and Lily Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Did they walk away or did they something else happen? Right? Um, there is a uh, poll in your chat. Please take part of that. It's anonymous. You can vote however you like and you see fit. Miss Holly, good to see you. And love you, Miss Holly, and appreciate you. You are a OG 18 months coming in clutch, girl. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you. And it's me, Jen, at her year. Love y'all. I'm a proud pearl. Well, the honor is all mine, Jen. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. And Mama Susu coming in clutch at 4 months. Appreciate you, Mama Susu. Really good to see you. Appreciate you, dear. And Miss Connie Branch coming in clutch at 6 months. Hello, so happy to be here. And Connie Branch says, Sister Karen here. Hello, Sister Karen. Appreciate you, my dear. So good to see you and appreciate you very, very much. All right, guys. All right. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. All right. So we're going to be talking because in the documents, it speaks to the effect that yes, um, Daniel Malaya uh, did uh, pass some questions. Some. Um, it doesn't say entirely, uh, because there is also redactions there that we don't see. And in your opinion, let me know in chat, yes or no. Put yes or no in chat. Does a lie detector, a polygraph, in your opinion, clear you as an individual? Does it 100% clear you? Yes or no in the chat. Um, because I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think so. And I know law enforcement in my daily life, and I know law enforcement that I speak to on the phone um, almost every other day or at least a couple times a week. And they say it's a tool. That's what they say. It's a tool. It can help, but is it what absolutely clears you? I don't think so. Um, the science behind it is obviously not allowed in the courts. Now, they can say many times in a courtroom if you passed or failed, but it cannot be taken into consideration that you are guilty or innocent. You hear what I'm saying? Sometimes they can tell you in court that, yeah, it passed or it failed. But again, that should tell us something right there. It can not be a decision for a jury to say whether you are guilty or innocent. So, in my opinion, this polygraph idea of 100% clear someone or doesn't is just that. We can't take that into consideration that it 100% clears someone or makes them guilty for that matter, right? So there's that. Yeah, Jane, I agree. I agree 100% with that. I showed a video one time in it was one of the like the founding fathers of uh the lie detector test, and he felt so bad after he created uh partial of this test. I know it was like a upgraded version or something because and now he spends his whole life trying to get the lie detector taken out because he's like, it doesn't tell you if you're lying. It just tells you uh your physical signs of that. It doesn't detect lies. It detects your physical your blood pressure, right? Your sweat, that kind of thing. So that's all it is. That's all it is. Um oh, Kath, today's your birthday. Happy birthday, darling. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kath. Happy birthday to. Happy birthday, Miss Kath. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you being here, my dear. All right. If you watched our friend Daphne earlier, she was talking about a really good article, and I have some mother chicken things to say on this before we get to the Washa Spinna lady, okay? Until we get to her. And then we'll get to the junkyard Jainty, okay? Deborah, you're so funny. All right. So this article was from 2 months ago by Chris Lambie, and this is who this was originally from, but cadaver dogs did not find the remains last month of two young children who went missing more than 5 months ago from their home in rural northeast Nova Scotia. The RCMP is continuing, quote, to explore all possible scenarios in the effort to locate 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. Now that is a quote, to explore all possible scenarios in the effort to locate Jack and Lily Sullivan. That right there tells you, in my opinion, that they're exploring all possibilities. Nobody has been cleared that I'm aware of other than Cody. Other than Cody. That's because he really had nothing to do with Jack and Lily for the last years, even though Miss Malaya tried her damnedest to get them on the hunt for Cody. Oh, Cody might have taken them when he didn't fight you in court, right? He never fought uh, Malaya in court. He just said, okay, you're with Daniel now. I'm not going to have this court thing. Treat the kids well. Have a good life. Right? Right? Yeah. Okay. Moving on, moving forward. After searches in Lansdowne Station in late September didn't result in finding human remains, end quote. The force said Wednesday in the news release rather. Luke Reddy and his police dog, Narc, as well as Sergeant Dave Whalen and his police dog, Kit, searched a total of 40 kilometers, it said. Excuse me. Quote, the teams specially trained in detection human remains searched at the property from which the children went missing along the pipeline and intersecting trails and in an area where the pink blanket was previously found. Now, this they was searching inside the home and outside the home. That lie detector test was done months ago, y'all. Months ago, right? Right. If they were cleared, why would they be looking for human remain scent inside their home? Right? If they thought Jack and Lily was actually abducted by someone, or they thought they walked off on their own, why are they looking for a scent? Also, ask your man Daniel Mathtel, Super Daniel Mathtel. Right there she is, right? Why, if he was so cleared, did he say himself that interview when he said the RCMP cadaver dogs, sergeants and all of that, the two that was there, blamed him? I mean, if you are cleared, if the RCMP has cleared you, then why the fuck are they blaming you? Can we get an amen? Seriously, why are they blaming you? It doesn't make sense. Now, I don't blame Daniel, or I don't believe Daniel, rather, whenever he says things like, well, I've seen you on television for like 20 minutes or something like that. Bullshit. Bullshit. The RCMP come in prepared. They know about this case if they're searching 40 kilometers. Right? Right. So, Daniel, you're embarrassing only your. Oh, shit. I just exited out of it. You're embarrassing only yourself right there. And that's it. Nothing more and nothing less. You're just making yourself look like the bigger moron, in my opinion, that you actually are. Okay, moving forward here. Okay, where was I? Okay. Quote, did I read that part? Oh, no, I didn't. Quote, this is from the RCMP. The teams specially trained in detecting human remains search at the property from which the children went missing along the pipeline and intersecting trails and in the area where the pink blanket was previously found. All locations were there was the highest probability of finding the children. However, comma, the teams did not locate any remains, end quote. The quote, dogs are highly trained to detect and indicate the scent of human remains, end quote, Staff Sergeant Stephen Pike, who trains the animals, said in a release, quote, if the dogs did not alert their handler, it suggests the dogs were never in the presence of human remains odor, end quote. Okay. So the question I would ask, whenever Jack and Lily first went missing, I started covering this case on May 2nd, 2025 at about 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern time, just about 5 hours after the 911 call. Day 1. They never got a live scent on Jack and Lily. They never did. Hey, Miss Maurice, good to see you. Never did. Why is that? Well, I mean, if Jack and Lily were walking down the road, the live scent they would have picked them up, right? The live scent would have picked them up, these dogs. You mean to tell me that they slipped away, that they were heard by Daniel and Malaya, they were heard by Miss Janie, and they simply walked out to the road and then walked down the road, went down, what is it? Lansdowne Road, and cut across there, and then just walked in a field. Nobody saw them. Nobody heard them. There was no air scent. There was no scent on the ground. No technology saw them. No helicopter seen them. None of the technology seen them whatsoever. But Daniel says in his uh, interview that he himself thought he heard Jack and Lily. The day, I think it was the day after they vanished, when he was in the woods alone. He's the only one that said he may have heard Jack and Lily, but here comes that helicopter, and it drowned out the noise. If you thought you heard Jack and Lily, a 4 and a 6-year-old, even if you thought you actually heard Jack and Lily, and you see, that's not debatable. That is a fact that is in those documents. Hey, Gyps, good to see you, baby. Hey, nerdy girl. And he says he might have heard them. If you even thought 2%, you would be scavenging that area. You would be waving at the helicopter. You would not stop. Right? But, oh, I think I heard him. Oh, fuck. Here comes the helicopter. Oh, well. Come on now. Come on. It's funny how Daniel thinks he might have heard that. Right? Okay. Moving on. Quote, the dogs are, did I read that part? Okay. If the dogs did not alert their handler, it suggests the dogs were never in the presence of human remains odor. Okay. Sorry, I was that does not quote definitively rule out the presence of remains in the area that was searched, end quote. Pike said, quote, it means either the odor is there and couldn't be detected, or their odor isn't there, end quote. Mounties say investigators continue to, quote, assess and follow up on the information that has been gleaned from more than 860 tips received to date. Quote, 8,060 video files that have been reviewed and forensic testing that continues, end quote. The probe has multiple prongs, said the release. Quote, each piece of information, including the results from the search teams, helps inform our next step. Sergeant Ron McCammon, a major crime investigator, said in the release. Okay, now they keep saying, the RCMP, that this is the most likely place that Jack and Lily would be if they were, vanished off on their own, right? But this is the thing. This is the thing. They're apparently not there, right? So it's like, let's look elsewhere. Let's look elsewhere. Is the RCMP looking elsewhere? Right? Like, I don't know, maybe a car in the middle of the night. Let's follow that. Let's follow that. You get what I mean? Let's follow that. They were home. Yeah, they were home. Yeah, a lot of people have questioned that, but they were home. Okay, now the probe has multi-prongs, said the release. Quote, each piece of information, including the results from the search teams, help inform, okay, quote, with support from agencies across Canada, the investigative team is working to validate or eliminate leads and follow the evidence wherever it takes us. At this stage, and as we've said all along, listen to this, we're considering all possibilities. We'll keep going until we determine with certainty the circumstances of the children's disappearance and their found, end quote. The children were first reported missing from their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, at 10:01 a.m. on May 2nd. Brooks Murray told police she believed with two children had wandered away from their home in rural Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. Police arrived 26 minutes later. I believe they wanted to make it seem like they walked off rather than this immediately to seem like, there's a crime going on, like someone took them. But regardless, since the beginning, pretty much that night, Malaya started texting Miss Belinda and said, "Yeah, Sasha," and started saying, "I have reason, quote, I have reason to believe that someone may have taken them." Well, what is your reasons, Miss Malaya? Put up Janie's video of going around the house. I don't know what you mean by that. Wondering is 5%. Yeah. Mott's, how many thumbs ups do we got in both chats? Searchers scoured the area around Lansdowne Station after the children vanished. Police dogs were employed early on that can pick up human scent, including, listen to this, guys, that of recent remains. Okay. But last month marked the first time specialized cadaver dogs joined the hunt for the missing kids. Jack and Lily's family's mobile home sits on a gravel road surrounded by dense woods. The house also has a back patio with a sliding glass door, which is most likely how the children got out that morning. Yeah, I believe they went out the sliding glass door, but I believe they were taken out of the sliding glass door, right? So there's that. Here we go. Court documents investigators used to obtain search warrants in the case indicated, quote, the last time the children were seen outside of their home was on May 1st, which we were captured by video surveillance at a local Dollarama store with Brooks Murray and Mathtel, their I don't like to call him the stepfather because he's not a stepfather. He is the mom's boyfriend. RCMP conducted at least 4 polygraphs during the investigation. Here we go, y'all. The first 2 were on May 12th with the children's parents. Now listen. Martell's polygraph, quote, indicated he was truthful, end quote, as did the test for Brooks Murray. She was found truthful when answering specific questions. On June 10th, The children's stepfather, Janie McKenzie, aka Junkyard Janie, underwent a polygraph examination, but another document notes that her, quote, physiology was not suitable for analysis, and an opinion on the polygraph examination was not rendered, end quote. And they told her to go get your heart fixed. Go get your heart fixed. Right? Well, hopefully she took their advice. But what was this physiology? I think she's, probably, allegedly, perhaps, maybe, in my opinion, we're going to start calling her Janie Dahmer. Janie Dahmer. That's Mr. Super Mattel and Miss Janie Dahmer. Okay, moving forward here. Now listen to this. Listen to this. The children's biological father, Cody Sullivan, underwent a polygraph on June 12th, and he passed the examination and with his answers found to be, quote, truthful. Okay. Now, Martell's polygraph, quote, indicated he was truthful. It indicated. Okay, 1 second here. Suggest as a desirable or necessary course of action. Point out or show. Okay, so Martell's polygraph indicated he was truthful, as did the test for Brooks Murray. And it says she was found truthful when answering specific questions. Now, Cody's I find very interesting that they just says he passed his examination. Flat out, he passed it. And his answers found to be truthful. Found to be truthful. That as well. It's me, Jen. Good to see you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Please go hit the like button if you haven't done so. Thank you so much, Miss Jen. Good to see you, darling. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate you, Mamacita. Hopefully you're doing good and you're feeling better and all of that. Sending you virtual chicken soup for your soul. Love you, darling. Thank you so much. But she didn't get her heart checked, apparently, in speculation. We shall see. Malaya probably passed when asked if she harmed. Listen, I don't believe Malaya harmed the kids that day, that night, that evening. I believe Malaya knows, in my opinion, what happened. And it's seemingly that they are more pointed to Daniel, as he has said they have interviewed him, 100 times, whether that be in person, over the phone, or whatever. Hey, Miss Zelda, good to see you, Mama. We do need a chicken party. Well, chicken soup for the soul, and a chicken party. You gotta hit the thumbs up. You gotta hit the thumbs up. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Daniel. I've done live streams where I've shown people how they can manipulate the results. And Daniel, I've got text messages of him where he says that he researches all of this stuff. Right? that he researches all of it. That's why I've invited him many times to do. I would pay for the polygraph if he would do a specific polygraph, specific polygrapher, and specific questions. And he passes those, and I would be a lot more content. And that's the thing. I almost think you should be given a psychological evaluation before you do a polygraph. Because if you're, a full blown narcissist and you do believe your lies, that just is what it is. Okay. In July, the Mounties said that they were running forensic tests on a pink blanket found during the search of a heavily wooded area near the children's home. And again, that is the pink blanket that Mr. Mathtel himself said, actually said that was not the kids in the beginning, even though Malaya said it was the children's in the beginning. Then, after about a week, which I can show you proof with quotes, because the news confirms it as well, that Daniel said that was not the children's blanket. And then I can tell you a week later, he started saying it was the children's blanket. Then, after all of that, he wouldn't talk about it for a little while, didn't want to really talk about it. The RCMP did not talk about that pink blanket for months. They would not confirm that that was Lily's pink blanket. Only Malaya confirmed it was Lily's pink blanket. Daniel denied it. RCMP wouldn't say a word about the pink blanket. Now, Mr. Mathtel says that he believes it is planted. Not only does he believe it's planted, if you believe him, he says the RCMP says that it is planted indeed, which means someone had to plant it. And I can tell you, I can't tell you how I can tell you, but you just have to take my word or not. 100%. 100% that blanket was planted. And Daniel knows that. So does the RCMP. Now, the question is, who had the motive to plant it, right? Was it, the neighbors around there who, doesn't have any, thing going on, any reason to harm the kids. They don't have any emotional attachment. That's why you are mostly unalived by someone because strangers don't care about you. It's just the way it is, right? They don't care about you unless you just have this deep-seated mind fuck. You just want to hurt humanity and you don't care who it is. But that's a rare substack over there. That's really, really rare for something like that to happen. For someone over 95% of the time, for you to be hurt by someone, it's someone you know. And it's generally someone in your home, right? So who has the motive to plant the blanket? That's the question. I don't think it's the neighbors. In fact, I would bet everything on it. They have zilch to do with Jack and Lily's disappearance whatsoever. In fact, they just wanted to all help. They're good Nova Scotian country people, right? They may have problems just like everybody else. Our problems just might be different, right? But the Nova Scotian country people, they'll help you. They want to make sure their community members are fine. They don't have a reason to hurt Jack and Lily, right? Or could it be a failing relationship, right? A mother trying to get away and had been trying to get away on and off, and then pulls back and says, "Oh, I'll stay here," for months. CPS involvement, drug involvement, all of this. Kids are dirty. They look, in my opinion, slightly malnourished as well. Going to school filthy, CPS, all of that. Right. One thing that you will notice in almost all of these missing children, almost, it's a huge pattern. CPS involvement. CPS involvement. Now, it doesn't mean if CPS visits you, your kid's going to go missing, but it's just the statistics of something is going on in that home. And it's usually drugs or mental illness, right? Because I believe you either have to be mentally ill or just fucking evil to hurt a child. You really do. You're just mental or you're evil. There's just no in between. Why would anyone hurt a kid? So all of that going on. And, so the day that the RCMP cadaver dogs was there, I can tell you 100% Daniel was fucking flipping his lid that evening. He was flipping his lid. He was nervous. He was very aggravated. And a lot of stuff was going on then, right? And that's when you really find out who someone is. That's really when you find out who someone is when the chips are down, right? And I know this because I have literally spoken with someone that was with him there that evening. Police said at the time that the family had confirmed the blanket belonged to Lily, but investigators released few details. Now, that is incorrect. Malaya said that it belonged to the children. Daniel denied it. Later, police dispatched a sniffer dog to the area where the blanket was found. But listen to this. But the animal was unable to pick up a scent of Lily or Jack, according to the information police filed in the court to get a search warrant. Okay. So you're telling me that Jack and Lily was inside that home that morning, according to Daniel and Malaya. They, was playing in their room and they were so loud that they woke up Meadow. Malaya didn't tell him to shh down or anything like a mother normally would or a parent. She just gets Meadow out of the bed and puts Meadow in their bed, turns on the TV and says, Meadow goes back to sleep. And then her and Daniel is nodding in and out of sleep, dozing in and out of sleep at just the right times, both of them, that when the kids didn't hear the kids getting their boots on or anything. Heard them in the kitchen, didn't hear them getting their boots on or anything else. Couldn't have had a coat, could not have had a coat, right? Because they couldn't reach the coats, even though Daniel said that Jack's coat was missing and he couldn't have gotten up to get his coat there. Said someone would have to have gotten him the coat. But then later says he finds it. Now, maybe some people are gullible and will believe that bullshit. I won't at all, because that is going to be one of the first things you're going to check. Does Jack and Lily have their coat? Right? And if it wasn't hung up there where it always was hung up, you're going to start searching. You're going to start looking, right? If it's hung up on the wall where it always is, and it wasn't there that morning, Daniel, that's question number one. Because, Daniel, you said you saw that their boots were gone. And when you're checking for their boots, you're going to be checking for their coat, because the coat goes here and the boots go underneath of them at your house. Okay? Okay. But now, amazingly, Daniel says he finds this coat. Wow. So you didn't, look for that coat, I don't know, within the first 10 minutes of them going missing? You didn't tell the RCMP that? You didn't mention it, I don't know, to the press when what they were wearing? And then we get a text from Mr. Mathtel that says, Jack and Lily aren't wearing what you all actually think they are wearing. Wow. I hope the RCMP asked him that question, right? Hope the RCMP asked him that question. Well, what does that mean? Then why are we looking for what you said that they were last in, you and Malaya? And Daniel, this is the main question. How the hell would you know what they were actually wearing when you say they were covered up that night and you didn't see what they were wearing? Right? Right. Now, you say that Lily poked her head in several times. Poked her head in several times. Well, if a kid keeps just poking their head in, they obviously need or want something. Kids just don't poke their head in and come back out. Not a 6-year-old, anyway. Right? So, why is that? Why does it always have to do with what Jack or Lily are wearing or not wearing, or more importantly, not more importantly, but just as equally, in my opinion at least, what Daniel was wearing? Those shirts. Those shirts. Daniel's shirts. The two that he was wearing Friday and Saturday. He says and blamed Miss Malaya, who says that took his shirts, right? Because some people will have you believe that Malaya did not want to leave and she left in just a stressful, her mom made her leave, right? Well, that's not quite, in my opinion, exactly true. Not quite exactly true. Malaya was planning to leave, and she had been planning to leave. And we all know uh, when is the most dangerous time for DV. And I'm not saying Malaya is this perpetual victim of DV. I'm not saying that. But I do believe Daniel was the controller of the relationship. Got to know where you're at all times, and all of that. Is when you're leaving, when you're first leaving. When you're first leaving, that is the most dangerous time. And if you talk to any of Daniel's romantic flames, they will tell you, in their opinion, that they believe Daniel was pissed that night already. And he bought him a little rocks or whatever the math is. And he went home and he smoked it. It gave him energy. That's why, in my opinion, the documents say Daniel stayed up at night, a little bit later. And I believe Daniel snapped, in my opinion. That's what I personally believe. And according to exes that know him, they will say the same about how he is. In fact, I have shown you text messages from X where Daniel says he has smoked the math every day for several years. Right? Every day for several years, right? So there's that. Okay. Moving on. Do you think Daniel snapped at the children? But what about Malaya? I think Malaya knows, and Malaya knows that she could get in trouble for the neglect and all of that, and the abuse and all that stuff. Mhm. Yeah. But I do believe that hopefully the RCMP is now working with Malaya to get more answers. I hope so. Anyways, I do hope so. I do think she played her role in it. Yeah, she did. This is the thing. If you are, I have tired eyes tonight. I feel great. Um, maybe I need to get some Botox or an eye lift or something. But if you cover for someone, she could have. This is the thing. This is the thing. If Malaya, because I believe Malaya is a kind of a coward, to be quite honest with you. I think she's a coward. And I think she's not an upfront person, all of that. if they called 911, right? When they called 911, and Malaya just said her children were missing, and she had to, that the kids just walked off or whatever, but she knew Daniel flipped out the night before or hours before or whatever, but she was scared that she was going to get in trouble. Even if she did nothing, but she was just scared she was going to get in trouble because, for instance, in this theory that we're talking about, which is not a fact, I want to make that clear, that if she was just scared because the kids were unalived or something happened, and she just told them, I think they walked off, because it's hard to get those words out of your mouth, right? And it just started getting out of hand, right? The police show up, all of that. Yeah, they just got lost. I don't know what happened. I pray, I hope they're okay. And it just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Once you say that one thing, you either have to keep up with it, you have to just that's the train track we're taking, right? That's the route we're going down. It just build up this way because of what I said. I think they might be out there. I think they got out. Or you have to say, okay, I was scared. Shit happened last night. We didn't call. I didn't call when it happened. I was terrified, and you have to admit the truth, right? Um, I'll tell you my opinion. And listen, I hope Malaya gets the help that she needs. I truly, to God, do. I believe she was, in my opinion, uh, for mental and substance, in my opinion. Oh, thank you, Miss Lily. Good to see you, Mama. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Lily. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our girl Lily a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you for being a Lily. I was going to say thank you for being a Lily. Thank you for being a member here on the channel as well, dear. It's their fault either way. Because of them, they're now gone. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Connie. Hey, Daphne. Hello, AB. Good to see you. But this is the thing. I want you to look at this. Okay. Just walk with me a minute. Okay. Let's walk together. All right. Daniel, we know, is the controlling one, right? He's the controlling one. We know that he liked to control. And he has admitted to rugs and the math and all that stuff. He says he himself has been interviewed roughly 100 times, whether that's in person, on the phone, or whatever. He is the one that has changed so many different stories that he has told us. He is the one who says that he might have heard Jack and Lily, the only one out of 150 searchers and family and all of that. He is his own children blamed him for being abusive to Jack and Lily, right? The rug use, okay? CPS, they're involved. And all of this, it's not taking a rocket science test that to see that. Well, and think about this as well. He's the only one that says that things are missing and then, you know, randomly are found, right? He's the one that wouldn't claim that that was Lily's blanket, even though Malaya claimed it the first day. Daniel didn't. He is the one that says Malaya took my shirts. No, I found them. I found them. She left her name and lipstick and all that, even though he said Malaya got out of the ambulance. And I mean, I just want to paint this picture of what a lying sack of dog shit this man is, in my opinion. Even though he said they were at the press conference, Malaya went in the ambulance for 5 minutes with Cindy. She came out. She was a different person. They got in the car with Meadow and they left. Okay. Okay. When was the lipstick bullshit, Daniel? But he says he finds these two shirts. Him, not Malaya. Now listen, don't think I'm giving Malaya a pass here, right? But the reason I am, I guess you could say, more difficult with Daniel, because in my opinion, Jack and Lily would not be missing today if they had never had Mathtel in their life, in my opinion. He is the one that said Jack's coat was taken. And then, oh, he finds it, even though that should have been, you should have known that day one, right? He is the one with all the inconsistencies because he has spoken about this, right? Right? Oh, AB, did you not see my, hold on. Wait a second. Let me show you something. Fuck it. Did you see my live the other day with one of his exes? What one of his exes wrote? Oh man. Let me just tell you. Where was it? Hold on one second. I've got, is it this one? Check this out. Daniel said he wanted to fuck over Malaya. Or maybe he said she fucked over my life, so I'm gonna fuck up hers or something like that. Yeah, he says it. Go back to my live the other day. I showed the text. He wrote it himself. Yeah. He hates Malaya with a burning passion. Also, this shit that Malaya didn't want to leave, right? If she didn't want to leave, she wouldn't have fucking left. Let's just be clear. She's a fucking adult, right? But notice, Malaya left, took her child, right? Her other child that they share together. She immediately blocked him. Immediately blocked him, right? Blocked him on every platform, changed her profile, all of that. Never spoke to him, right? Oh, she knows. She fucking knows. Of course she knows. She is equally and in some ways a bigger piece of shit than Daniel because she's a mother and she is supposed to protect her children, right? But Daniel was trying to constantly get a hold of her. And let me tell you something. In my opinion, I think that there could be a restraining order in place. I truly do. Some type of restraining order. Could be wrong on that. I don't know. But remember, Daniel said out of his own mouth that he pulled right next to Malaya. And she was startled. We went to that parking lot. We showed you. It's a fucking huge parking lot. Right? Huge parking lot. She was startled. And he's doing this. He's throwing this thing in her trunk. Right? That is trying to do control. It's an obsessive. All of this. Right? He, in my opinion, he hates her with a burning passion. A burning passion. Which videos? We're going to get to some videos in a second. He hates her with a burning passion. How many thumbs ups do we got, mods? Is Daniel still living in the house? Yeah. Stalking her, threatening her. Well, and this is the thing. They told Daniel, because she told on them. They told Daniel to not, to cut that out. To cut that out. Oh, Janie, yes. Yes. I'm sorry, nothing good comes out of two kids living around a meth head. Hell no. Hell no. But I think Malaya was, in my opinion, using too. I think she was using something too. You cannot be married or live in a relationship with someone doing math, unless you're fucked up too. In my opinion, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. You can't be sane in your fucking head and allow some man, in my opinion, to put bruises on your kids and all of this other shit and be in your fucking mind. You just can't. You just can't. I think she's in there for mental. I mean, this is the thing though. Mental health and substance abuse kind of go hand in hand. They really do, because you're not taking care of something, you're avoiding something, trauma, pain, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, nerdy girl. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, whatever Malaya's doing, I hope she gets better. I hope she gets better. Because this wasn't it. This wasn't it. Oh, Wolfie, you know where he does, doesn't you? Don't you? Okay. So here we go. All right. Now we're going to get to the junkyard Janie. Do y'all see how many thumbs up we got yet? 590. Come on, y'all. We got 1,034 in both chats. Let's get those thumbs up, please. We have a chicken party. Alicia Hot Wheels coming in clutch, girl. Thank you so much for renewing. Really do appreciate you, my love. So good to see you, Miss Alicia. Thank you so very much. How did, oh, didn't know M was in the hospital. I'm so far behind. Yeah, yes, it's been a couple weeks. Couple weeks now. Daphne, when you can send Justin an email about what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Yeah. Uh, Daphne, you remember I told you I was getting a lot of emails about something we were talking earlier. I just checked my email. I've gotten two more. All right. Now credit goes to our friend and yours, Miss Daphne. I want to talk about something that was this originally on Sunny's? Original credit goes to Sunny, but this is from Daphne. And this is Sunny's original channel. Daphne's clipped it. And this is some leaked messages from Junkyard Janie and Dirtwood, who, in my opinion, is a lying SOB at the very least, in my opinion. And has his big ass nose stuck in this case for a reason, in my opinion, because I don't know, maybe his Daniel hangs out with his kids, and I don't know, maybe Daniel and Malaya was there I don't know, the day before Jack and Lily went missing. I don't know. We'll see. Just a question, right? Question. So, what is that, CJ? Thank you, please. Your opinion, Justin. What's that mean? Lily, did I thank you earlier? If I didn't, I think I did. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. I agree with that too, 11A. If Malaya was an addict, her blood worm would show that. I don't know what her blood worm is. But this is the thing. They don't this is the thing. They don't necessarily take your kids away if you're on rugs either.
Looking back, I wanted somebody to be able to say, this is what he thought when he went to do this. And if he went to do this and I ended up not coming back,
right,
then that would give you a good strong trail to follow as to maybe
what happened.
Yeah.
Your errands.
So the people I went to see, I never expected this, you see. I expected a different thing altogether.
Different outcome, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen.
So I went to
listen to this.
see these people, and
but what? Darren,
and that's why things changed on that. That's why things changed in the circumstances that I told you on that letter.
Yeah,
things changed a lot. So that's not total. That's not even near totally accurate. It might be 50% accurate. But I'll tell you this. I will tell you this, guys. In the end result, if Daniel was guilty of and being involved in the disappearance of these kids, the kids would have definitely been dead. Don't do it.
If Daniel was guilty of being involved, the kids would definitely be dead. Wow. Hello, Miss Joyce. Good to see you. Now, I don't think Mr. Daniel and Miss Malaya, and in my opinion, Miss Janie, are expecting Jack and Lily to come home. Ever come home. They constantly use them in past tense. They are, Malaya's doing jack shit to find her kids, and has since day one. She wasn't out there looking since day one. She wouldn't even, put Meadow in someone else's arms so she could go look for the other two children, Jack and Lily, the ones that were missing. And Daniel and Junkyard Janie, they're too worried about what people think rather than what they know, right? If you know you have nothing to do with it, you're not too concerned about what some random people on the internet think of you. You're not too worried about it, right? Thank you for helping. I'm sorry you don't believe me because they've definitely given inconsistent statements and all the shit that was going on in their house. I'm sorry you don't believe me, but I'm glad you're keeping Jack and Lily's name out there, because the sooner we find them, the sooner everyone knows, right? The sooner everyone knows. But that's not what it is. Janie is too busy, playing on her Temu shit. Daniel's too busy talking to his sugar mama. Malaya was too busy going to the beach and going to bars and drinking like a sieve. You do what's most important to you. You always, people do what they do for a reason. Everybody does what they do for a reason. And you do what is most important to you. If it was about finding Jack and Lily, Daniel would only talk about finding Jack and Lily, not defending himself. Not defending himself. His priority is him and him alone. And that is what he has always shown.
Disappearance of these kids, the kids would have definitely been dead. No two ways about it. If Daniel was guilty of that, they would definitely be dead.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
So sorry, let me switch this so we use my other account here. 1 second. Bear with me. And damn. There we go. 1 second. Sorry guys. We got a child that's missing, a new child. Shit. I'm trying to find out what it is, what's going on here. 2 seconds. Okay. I'm trying to find out this alert, and then I'll get right back to you guys.
Or seriously harmed. Okay? And the removal of the kids. I'm not talking about their life together. I'm only talking about the disappearance of the kids, okay? And this, if Daniel had no direct involvement with the disappearance of the kids, then I knew the kids were going to be alive.
Right. Which you said.
Because Malaya was not going to have the kids killed or seriously harmed, okay? And at the beginning of this, and even this morning, I wasn't sure about Daniel, because what they feared we could have protected her from right off the bat would have been no problem to protect her what she was scared of. And I believe if she would have done it that way and she wanted to separate, walk out, she could have walked out with her kids. She could have walked out peacefully. We could have drove her and take her to, like some of my relatives have a good life, and we could have parked her in there, and some of us would have protected her and watched out for her, and her people would have protected her, helped her financially, would have helped her with the kids, and we could have brought her right along back into a life where she wouldn't have to be scared and she'd be protected. Now, as I've explained, I couldn't get her there. I couldn't do that. And some of it was time, because don't forget, I had to judge my relatives just the same as I had to judge Daniel's family. And when I judged it, I looked at my relatives, who I know a little better than Daniel's family, quite a bit better, and the characteristics of them. And so it struck me, it took me a long time, because Malaya shut down, you see. Actually, the Mackenzies and Daniel and another person on that side Logan never shut down on me. She gave me information and helped me. And I helped her, because we were helping each other to try to figure these kids out. Logan wanted these kids brutal. I mean, she's still trying to get Meadow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, of course. So, Darren, like I said, people know exactly who you are. Your name is Darren Geddes on there. So my thing is this. If you're 1,000% and this person has told you, why is the RCMP, why is this case not been solved in RCMP and the $150,000 put up? So like that doesn't...
Because I think the RCMP are centered on one person, and I think they're centered on the wrong person. And
well, this is coming from someone who doesn't know what a fucking timeline is. They're centered on the wrong person. Okay. All right, Durwood. Yeah. Can you say projected? Okay. The person that sent me the child missing, that's an old one. That's the child was missing. Child's been missing for more than 3 weeks. I don't know if they ever found her. Let me see if they found her. 1 second. Guys, got a creator announcement that we are going to be talking about. But I'm going to look into that case. The person that sent me. That's very interesting. All right, guys. So get this. Friday, this coming Friday, we are going to be having a multi-creator, I call it a town hall, on Jack and Lily Sullivan. It's going to be myself, Daphne, Sunny, Charmaine, and probably more creators. We're going to be probably all streaming from our own respected platforms, and it's probably going to be a really ass long live. So get prepared for that. We haven't set a time yet, but we're going to be hashing it out. We may take phone calls, we may not. We'll certainly take questions. But we're going, and other creators will probably be inviting. But we're going to be, will Chris from the interview room be in? No, I don't think. I mean, he's welcome to. He's always welcome to. But probably not. I can invite him, see if he'll come on. And so, yeah, we'll be looking like a Brady Bunch. Here's a story of a lovely lady No, Shelby. It won't be like that. Durwood is not protecting Malaya. He's protecting Daniel and Janie. 1,000%. 1,000%. He is all about Daniel. If you send me an email or a text, right? We'll play Hollywood Squares. Yeah, Josh he's welcome to come. I don't know. Does he cover Jack and Lily? He's always welcome to come. Of course. We can always cover more together. No, April. Mm-mm. Daniel Mathel, no, he won't be joining us because shenanigans. Who's shenanigans? Shenanigans. I mean, we'll be putting. What is today? Today is Tuesday. Probably tomorrow we'll have it. Is it next Friday or this Friday we're doing? AB definitely needs to come. I would love for AB to come. Oh, they'll be watching. 1,000%, Charmaine. 1,000%. 1,000%. They, in my opinion, they can't help it. It's this Friday, yeah. It'll probably all be scheduled tomorrow, and we'll put out. We'll be contacting some, probably some more creators, tonight and tomorrow, and we'll put a community list on. We'll be advertising it and scheduling it, and it'll be on Facebook and all over that. So it'll be good. I think I think it'll be good for the Jack and Lily Sullivan community. You know what I mean? I really do. In my opinion. Okay. Moving on. What was that? Okay. Listen to this.
And they need 2 bodies to charge this person, and they can't find 2 bodies.
Yes, Dr. Vanna is going to be invited. Of course, Sunny's going to be there. Of course, Sunny's going to be absolutely. I mean, for sure, it's going to be myself, Sunny, Daphne, Charmaine, hopefully AB will join us, and others. Ninchi's, she can come on, absolutely.
Okay. Lauren wants to ask you a question.
Listen, my friend is looking at me right now. She wants me to go down with this, and I told her I was going to have one more little go with this here to let you guys, to inform you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm actually so thankful that I know what I know, and I'm actually so thankful that there's nothing else I can do. I can't bring those kids back here. I can't dictate who Meadow goes with. So I'm just relieved to have it off my back that was supposed to have killed his 2 kids. And that's all I heard. So it was just by fluke, and if Daniel's listening, he can tell you this is the truth. By the way, people, I never worked with Daniel. I never said I worked with Daniel. My youngest son worked with Daniel up at the mill.
Okay.
Oh, he worked with Daniel up at the mill. Did you have a math mill as well? Do you have a math mill going on?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's how the relationship come around.
Okay, thank you.
And I hadn't seen Daniel in a couple of years, but then right out of the blue, I'm hearing about this guy that killed his kids. His name was Daniel in Lansdowne. And then I heard something, I don't know where I heard it, but what I knew at that time was that there was a black SUV supposedly suspiciously involved. Daniel,
Listen.
He'll tell you this.
Now, where is he getting this black SUV? Is he talking about when they was looking for that one SUV and said, is that what he's talking about?
With another fellow, I won't mention that guy's name, and a lady that was driving, and
how about this, Durwood? How about this? Why the hell did you deny that you ever had, what was it? A Hyundai? Was it a Hyundai that he denied having? And I showed that he had it. We all showed that he had it.
apparently, like, they were worried about Daniel's friends and that were staying away from him because of they didn't want to get involved or get touched with that stuff. So, and like I said, if Daniel's online, I hope Janie's here too. So one day I was working in my.
Well, but this is the thing, Sherry. He says he's never had a black Kia. And he was just selling one in August. Yep, that's what it was. He was just selling one in August. This past August. It's a little strange.
In behind my barn in Foster Avenue where I work on my junk. I'm retired, but I go back to the old property and I got a barn back there and my tools and a bunch of old junks back there. So I just go there to play now, really, fix up old junk. I was back there one day and this was, like I say, about a week and a half or so after the kids had been gone. And this black SUV pulled out in front.
Dolly Parton sings a song, "You Don't Know Love" from Shinola.
I never thought anything of it. And I walked out front just to see who it was. So it was a lady driving who doesn't need to be named and it was another guy with Daniel. And it was Daniel. Daniel got out of the rig. And this other guy I know. This other guy used to work with my youngest son too by coincidence at another location. So when they were down the road, the other guy and the girl brought Daniel in town because he hadn't eaten in a few days and he looked pretty gaunt, so they brought him in town to buy him a slice of pizza and get him straightened up. Oh, by the when
Mr. Durwood, or actually Mr. Daniel, he goes and picks up his friends, Chance and who else that day? Who does he go pick up to have them look? Daniel was moving around quite a bit the first 2 days. In fact, he says, I wasn't home hardly at all. Robin, thank you, darling. Chance and Adam, yeah. Yeah. They all hang out together. Daniel
and this other guy dropped into the yard. I went out front and seen Daniel get out of the car. And we shook hands, and I said, it had been a couple of years at least since I saw him. My son Jordan, his buddy, come out of the house and said, "Oh Jesus, Daniel!" Now Jordan, my son, they already knew more about it than I did.
Of course they did. Of course they knew about it. Of course they did. Of course they did. Why? Why was Mr. Mattel over there, making a little deal the night before? A little dilly-do the night before? Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden I caught on. Jordan grabbed Daniel and gave him a hug and said, "Listen, Daniel, I know you couldn't have done this." He said, "They're saying you killed your kids and I know you never did it." I know you, Dan, and it's not in you. All of a sudden, I'm standing there, and that was like a slap in the face. I thought, holy shit, this is the Daniel. So then that's when I started piecing things together.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, listen, this has been I got into this totally for my cousin.
So can you confirm that 8 o'clock, like what you said earlier, was about the time that Janie kind of seen Malaya, but didn't?
No, that would have been a mistake. It was later than 8 o'clock. I would say it was later than 8 o'clock.
Okay, so
I would say it was. I would say it was. Now I even said to Janie, I remember confirming to her. So I said, so Janie, it was around 8:45. You figure? You're sure? And she said something like, no, it was 5 or 10 after 9.
Okay, only
that they were trying to say my rendition.
Oh. So was it 9:15 or was it 10 after 9? Or was it, I don't know, 8 o'clock? Or was it like we've always said, and Daniel confirmed that the RCMP said, listen to this, and I just caught it the other day. Daniel said, that the RCMP said, we believe you did something to the kids on Thursday night into early Friday morning. Now, I just realized something. Chat. Hold on. When did we learn about the neighbors talking about hearing Daniel's car? When did we learn about that? Was it before or after the dog search? Was it before or after the dog search? Before, right? That's interesting. Because I'm thinking here, bear with me. Daniel says we learn about we learn about the dog, or we learn about the neighbors, right? It was the second redaction. Let me see when they did this fucking interview. Let's see when they did this interview. 2 months ago. It says, let's see here. October 9th. Okay, let's check this out. Jack and Lily Sullivan neighbors said that was 2 months ago as well. That 1 month ago. So it was after. That's even better. All right. So get this. This happened October 9th. Let me make sure I'm right. October 17th. Perfect. Watch this. Watch this. This is very interesting. I'm putting this together right now. Real time. Look at this. All right. Of course, this is meth mouth.
Help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that.
Hold on. Listen to this.
You know, they did inside the house. They did, I mean, everywhere. Vehicles. They did everything they could in the amount of time that they were given to do it.
So what did they search when they came inside? How did that go?
Well, when they took the dogs, like,
Oh, I hope he drops the soap. I hope Bubba comes in with a fucking wide load, Jane. I hope Bubba gets him with a wide load, girl.
inside the house, they ran from one side of the house to the other, waiting for the dogs to, you know, bark or pick up a scent, and nothing was located. Same with all the property. There was no indication of anything. When they didn't do it once. They took in both dogs. They did the whole thing. They did like up the road. They did the blanket site.
I do.
They did pipeline where the boot print was found. I mean, they exhausted every single area within
Listen to this.
Lansdowne.
Yeah, the pipeline trail right here where we're standing.
They did. I mean, they spent
Listen to this.
every hour they could searching,
Put
not
something together here.
you know, planning or anything like that. I mean, they were boots on the ground, just doing whatever they could.
Listen to the timing.
You were mentioning that you had a bit of a tense reaction with one of the dog handlers.
Oh,
Can you
did
tell
you
me
ever?
about that?
Yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking and
Now listen.
saddening to hear what the words that came out of his mouth. And for me, all I was trying to do was ever help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that, I mean, it was pretty sad.
What did he say?
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And
Not
I
enough
said
detail.
to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning.
Thursday was just an ordinary day. Now, again, you can say that, oh my God, I don't remember the day before. But again, they interviewed you on day one. Day fucking one. They interviewed you, Daniel, Malaya, multiple times. If you can't remember on Friday or Saturday what you did the day before on Thursday, but you can remember certain things. You can remember, doing a fence. You can remember turning the lights on, but you can't remember if you wasn't in the house with Jack or Lily before they went to sleep and all that. But that's not the point I'm getting to. You should be able to remember that, because it's not like they're coming to you, like months later and saying, what did you do Thursday? You started telling your first interview on Friday, the day the kids go missing. You know what you did the day before, Daniel. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. In fact, Friday and Saturday should be the two biggest days that you remember for the rest of your life. Right? But listen, because it's interesting when we were just talking about this interview versus about the cars about that night. Where I'm going to show you in a second.
And that's when, like, life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday.
Well, yeah, life changed on Friday once you placed that 911 call. I don't disagree with that. But again, when life changed for you on Friday when you called 911, you still should be able to remember the fucking less than 24 hours behind you. You should still be able to remember what you did last fucking night. So anyone who takes up for him on this bullshit, do you not think that? I mean, seriously, do you not think you call it 10 o'clock? They're fucking interviewing you almost on the, like, right there. The kids are missing. What happened? Tell us, right? What happened last night? What happened last night when they talked to you on Friday, the day you called that the kids were missing? What happened last night? Yeah, it wasn't life-changing. Nothing life-changing about it. Then what the fuck happened? What happened last night? It wasn't life-changing. I don't know. It's not really. Yep. Yep. And yeah. But listen. Just listen. Because I'm getting to something. We started almost 2 hours ago, Squid.
It was a normal
See
day.
my friend.
So, therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day.
You can tell. Let me just show you this. Therefore, there was nothing needed to be remembered that day. Watch him close off. He's lying like a sack of shit, in my opinion, that he is. But watch his behavior right there.
Nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day.
Watch.
So, therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day.
You see that? Oh, he thinks he's the bee's knees. He does. And his exes tells me that he thinks he's just the God's gift to women. Hardly. But just keep listening, because I want to show you something here in a minute. Because I was just wanting to know when the car thing came out versus this, because Daniel says something very interesting with the timing. Again, the timing. Thank you, Lakeside. Appreciate you, my dear. Was it life-changing for Jack and Lily? If you want my true opinion, Lakeside, I think it was life-ending. Unfortunately. I don't think it was life-ending. Not so much changing. Changing is if life changes. I think it was life-ending. And that's the sadness of it, right? That's the sadness of it.
Until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened
Listen,
Thursday
listen.
night, and your story isn't matching up.
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And
He's lying. He's lying. He flares his nostrils right there, and he looks down, and then he's using his hands.
that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something.
No. If you go to if you go to the documents, thank you, Tiffany. If you go to the documents, it says that Daniel was confusing Wednesday for Thursday. He was placing events Wednesday for Thursday. So Daniel, again, to the people that the three people that support Daniel, tell me, how does he remember Wednesday? It wasn't life-changing Wednesday, and he places that for Thursday. But Wednesday wasn't life-changing either, but he remembered the day before. He was conveniently adding those two together. And even the RCMP notes that. We think Daniel is confused about Wednesday, and it was actually Thursday. It says that in the footnotes. Okay, hold on. Listen to this.
Shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details. So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details.
He is the biggest bullshitter. I don't even know how he shows his face, to be quite honest with you, as big of a, in my opinion, of a lies that he is. But yeah, they send people across the country and search on a case that they have fucking no idea about it. If you believe that, get your head examined, maybe.
So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that
Listen.
Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking, and there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day. In the end, like, cadaver dogs were there. They went through, and the story continues. In conclusion to all this, there's still a lot of
Accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes.
We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Now, this was before we knew about the cars. This is before we knew about the cars. We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. This one's the more, that one's the more cut out one, but into Friday morning. Okay. This is the RCMP officer. Two RCMP officers blaming Daniel directly, saying, we think you did something to Jack and Lily, you, according to Daniel, Thursday night into Friday morning. Okay? Now, again, we had no idea about the neighbors at that time. None. Zero, zilch, nada. Okay? Now, listen to this.
First time we're hearing detailed accounts from neighbors who were awake in the quiet hours before 4-year-old Jack and 6-year-old Lily Sullivan disappeared from their home in Pictou County. The children were reported missing from their home at 10:01 on the morning of Friday, May 2nd. According to court documents, neighbor Brad Wong told police he heard a loud vehicle coming and going 3 or 4 times after midnight and into the early hours of the morning.
I find that interesting. Well, we had no idea until Daniel says that the RCMP officers, cadaver dogs, officers, tells Daniel, we think you did something to Jack and Lily Thursday evening into the early hours of Friday morning. That comes out first. Daniel saying that. 2 weeks later, hold on. Daniel does this interview on October 9th. October 9th. October 17th is when CBC does this interview, saying that Brad Wong and the other neighbor, I think Justin, they talked to the officers. One of them talked to him the day of or the day after Jack and Lily went missing, and the other one, it was 9 days prior, saying that they heard Daniel, one says Daniel's car, after midnight into the early hours of the morning. 2 weeks prior to that, Daniel is telling us that the RCMP officers are blaming him directly of doing something with the kids Thursday night into the early hours of Friday morning. In my opinion, that's powerful, and that means something. Very much so. Brad. It was Brad.
Wong said his house is at an elevated position from the children's home on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne, and he could see vehicle lights over the treetops. He said the vehicle would drive off in the distance, and he could hear it stop and then return. He said it remained in earshot the entire time. Another neighbor, Justin Smith, told RCMP that at 1:30 a.m., he heard a car turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station Road. He said it made a noise, then the vehicle was quiet for about 2 minutes, then drove off towards Lairg Road.
Which is interesting. And let's build on that for one moment, right? Because like I showed you before, something I caught when Daniel did the interview with DT. Daniel tells us the actual route that he takes, right? He says he goes straight down to where the railroad tracks are, and that he turns around and goes the other way. He tells us that on the DT show. Brad Wong would have had no knowledge of that unless he had seen or heard that night, because again, he talks to the RCMP the day of or the day after Jack and Lily goes missing. He would have no knowledge of that. Brad couldn't, he's not psychic and, would know that Daniel was going to say the route 7 months later that he took. Remember, Daniel wouldn't say for a long time which direction he went. In fact, the first time I asked him in this chat, I said, did you go left or right first? Right? And he finally told us on DTs. 1 second, y'all. So, yes, bingo. 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He would just have no idea. He would just have absolutely no idea. Let me see if I can find that. Let me just continue playing this real quick while I find this. 1 second.
Smith told police he later spoke with Wong, who informed him the vehicle was the children's stepfather, Daniel Martel. The court records also detail Martel's account of the evening. He told police he went to bed fairly early and didn't wake up until light the next morning. The document said the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, told police she went to bed around 9 p.m. She said Martel stayed up and she doesn't know what he did. Brooks Murray has not responded to our request for comment.
Daniel stayed up and she didn't know what he did. Oh, man. And you know what? Daniel, that's the thing. Daniel stayed up and he didn't know what he did, right? It was ordinary, y'all. It was ordinary, but he does remember, according to him, checking on Jack and Lily, turning their lights on that night, which is very weird thing to do, in my opinion. All right. Bear with me as I find something here. Because hearing, I'll just do it this way. Hold on. Listen to this. Not good, Daniel. You're telling on yourself, in my opinion. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. When was that? When was Daniel's interview? Daniel's interview was what, 2 months ago? One second. Okay, here we go. I got it. I got it. I've got the lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly-dee, and there they are, standing in a row. Okay, what does he say here? What does he say in this? Let me see. Let's see here. Maybe it's right here. One second, guys. Just bear with me. I apologize. Nope, that's not it. 4. Did they pick you up? Hold on. Keys. Maybe it's keys. Okay. All right, listen to this real quick. Not going to age well, Mr. Mathgel. Listen to this.
speakerphone with the the dispatch. And so I say, I'm jumping in the car. So I ran inside. I tried to go into the front door. Door's locked. Ran through the back door, the back sliding door, got into the house, grabbed the keys off the end table. Because there was 2 sets of keys, right? And then I didn't take my phone. Well, I don't remember taking my phone because there's no service out there.
Okay. He, I do believe there's something with when he says, because there's 2 sets of keys, right? There's 2 sets of keys, right? Wendy, thank you so much, girl. 18 months. How you doing? Hey, y'all. Sorry to be late. 18 months. You're late. Wendy, to the office, please. You're being paged. Wendy, to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Miss Wendy J. How you doing? 4387. Late slip for Wendy. How you doing? J. 4387. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Wendy, for 18 months, girl. All right. So, I think there's a reason why he says, because there's 2 sets of keys, right? 2 sets of keys. But, listen.
There anyway, not like I can use it.
He's lying his ass off.
So I left my phone on the end table. I'm pretty sure.
Now, isn't it amazing? He remembers he put his phone on the end table. He's pretty sure, right?
I left it on the end table. Investigators would know that for 100%. So grab my keys, grab the keys, ran up to the Nissan Pathfinder. And
he says, grab my keys. I just caught that fucking now. Grabbed my keys. Holy shit. What did the neighbor say? That it was Daniel's car. Grabbed my keys. Grabbed the keys. Grabbed my keys. Yeah, you grabbed your keys, Daniel. Grabbed the keys. Because you were supposed to take Malaya's car. Weren't you, Daniel? Grabbed my keys. You mean Malaya's keys. Then you said he fixes it there. Grab my keys. You don't want to lie. Your brain doesn't want to lie, so you'll slip. Grabbed my keys. The neighbor says he hears Daniel's loud car. Daniel's loud car. So yeah, you would grab your fucking keys, wouldn't you, Daniel? Listen to that again.
So grab my keys, grab the keys, ran up to the.
See? Grab my keys, grab the keys. Yeah. That's what I thought, Daniel. You grabbed your keys. Because the neighbor said it was your car, not Malaya's car that night. He said it was your car that night, Daniel. Right? Now, where is your car now, Daniel? Where is it now? I can read all in you, boy. And you don't like it. Now listen.
Nissan Pathfinder, and that's when I started to search the dirt roads and the culverts, right? So
right. That's a thing that gets you to believe it. I just missed it until I just heard it again. I've caught things 3 years later on cases, and I just like, oh my God, I never realized it. You just got to be in the right frame of mind, I guess, at the time.
So I went up Lansdowne Road, and that's
Listen.
I already told investigators this, but that blanket was not there in that tree.
Which direction were you
That
heading?
would be when I'm coming out the end of the driveway and I'm going right toward Lansdowne Road.
Oh. When he's going out the driveway, he's turning right, which is Lansdowne Road, right? Right there where the railroad tracks are. Now, listen again. Listen to where he says he goes next.
Over the tracks and then hanging a hard right.
Oh.
So you were coming the direction that would have been.
Oh. Over the tracks. Mm-hmm. Which is what Brad said. Now, Daniel is telling the story. He's just not telling the fucking time of the story. Right? Brad told this to the detectives on day 1 of Jack and Lily going missing. He would have had no idea how Daniel drove that night if he hadn't have been there, if he hadn't have heard it. Now listen, because Daniel's going to tell on himself.
Invisible to you, and you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'd be going. Right at the end of the driveway. I take a right. I'm going up the road.
Listen.
Across the railroad tracks and then the right up of the dirt road.
Yeah, that's Lansdowne Road where the blanket was found.
Now listen.
All right. So when you're running around and as you're going outside and you're looking, that gate outside, is it always open? Was it unlocked? Was it locked?
Sometimes it's open.
Was it open that morning?
I do not remember that. I don't remember I don't remember.
Okay. And so you come around.
It's not hard. It's not hard to open up big gates anyway. They're just slide. Like I always forget to close. My mom always reminds me, but they're just a slide and bolt lock, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing hard about those locks at all.
Well, maybe not, but I'm just kind of curious because if you can unlock.
Yeah, because he's a 30-some-year-old man, and his mommy has to remind him to lock the gate. A father of 3, that has the maturity level of a ramen noodle packet dehydrated fucking shrimp, that he has to be reminded to close the gate and to not fill trash bags up too full, right?
Lock it and open it, but if you're on the other side of the fence and you're small, can you reclose it?
Yeah, you can. All you do is just pull the fence close to you and then close it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so it may not be a clue there. So you're out there searching in the woods. How long before law enforcement arrived?
I was told 12 minutes.
Okay.
But then when I looked at the documentation and, asked questions and dug further, it was 22 minutes, I do believe.
Okay. I need to see if it's... Okay. Now keep listening.
And were you at the house when they arrived?
I was actually... When they were arriving, I was actually coming back to the house in the car, and I couldn't park in the driveway because RCMP just stopped in the yard. Right?
Okay.
They really have to be, April. I mean, this is the biggest open secret that, in my opinion, any case. Right? Now listen here.
They were just starting to walk down and talk to Malaya. So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder.
Fuck me. Oh my God. I just fucking caught it. Oh my God. Hold the fuck on. I gotta fuck me. Hold on. Oh my God. I just caught it. Did you hear it? fuck yes. The blue. He just. Hold on, I gotta text Daphne. He just fucking. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta screen record this so we can see it up close. Okay. Fuck me. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I gotta take this music off. You'll always tell on yourself, motherfucker. And I fucking am here for it.
So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder, because that's the car Malay owns, the 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder, and I parked over.
Watch this motherfucker. Sometimes it's better if you just listen. 1 second. Daphne, get the fuck in here. Let me know when Daphne's in here. If the fucking internet would hurry up. Okay. Here we go. All right, almost ready. Miss Daphne, Daniel fucking slipped and I just caught it. Hold on. Motherfucker. Okay, here we go. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. What? Where's the fucking sound? Hold on 1 second. Why is there no fucking sound? Did I not have the sound on it? Can y'all hear that? Or is it just me? Can y'all hear that? You don't hear it? Okay. Because I don't either. I was just making sure it wasn't me. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me just refresh it, make sure I'm not fucking it. Maybe I didn't do it the sound. All right. All right, Daphne, here we go. I'm going to redo this again. Daniel fucking slipped big motherfucking time. And we just proved Brad was fucking right.
It's a 2017. I mean,
Listen,
and I couldn't park in the driveway because RCMP just stopped in the end.
hold on, let me slow it down. Listen,
Right?
Okay.
Is they were just starting to walk down and talk to Malaya. So what I did is I parked the white.
do you hear it? No, I want you to use your ears right now. Do you hear it? I parked the white. I parked the white. I parked the blue. No. Listen, I parked the the white. And he shakes his fucking head. Hold on. I don't know why it's not. Okay, let's try this again. See if I can get the fucking sound on it. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go.
The white Nissan, the white. What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder.
Okay. 1 second.
Because that's what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's
Okay, let me try it now. Okay, there we go. One second, guys. You'll see it. All right, watch this. Here we go, motherfucker. You fucked up, Daniel, and you know you fucked up. You fucked up.
so white. What I did is I parked the white. What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder.
There it is, motherfucker. Now,
So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's
what?
so white. What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's so what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's
There you go. There you fucking go. I parked the the white. You hear it? Put a 1 in the chat if you hear it.
so white. What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder.
You can see he's disturbed right there. You can see he's fucking disturbed. He is fucking disturbed. Daniel, you are very disturbed here and you know it. He closes his eyes. Watch this.
So white. What I did is I parked the white white Nissan Pathfinder.
Watch. Here we go again. Real time.
Because that's what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's
Told you. I've always told you. The neighbor, Brad Wong, said he heard it. I believe the man. He did not know the exact path Daniel went unless he seen it. He told them on day 1. He told them on day 1. Daniel says the RCMP told him that they believe, his words, not mine, his words, that he did something to Jack and Lily on Thursday night into the early hours of Friday morning. Thank you, Miss Brandy. Thank you so much, Knitted. Appreciate you. Oh, caught alive. Morning from Sweden. Hello, darling. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you. He's got the lizard tongue. He's got the lizard tongue. I caught that and I came out of my desk. Like I jumped out of my desk. I heard it right there. Oh, Brad is 100% on it. Brad is 100% on it.
so
Watch this. Watch this. Okay. When you're trying to say the word blue, 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 white, 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 blue, 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 white, white. White is, you pull back, white, white, blue, blue. It's a different mouth movement. And then on top of that, you don't say, I mean the, I mean the, I park the, I mean the white. Watch his mouth. Watch his math mouth.
So white. What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's white. What I did is I parked the white.
We're going to continue. Thank you, Miss Tina. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. Daniel, I'm telling you, thank you so much. If they don't have Jack and Lily found or someone arrested by May, I swear to you, I am going up to Nova Scotia and I am going to stay a full fucking month. I am going to stay a full fucking month. And I am going all over those fucking woods. You can't do something to kids and get away with it. Especially innocent little Jack and Lily, who was fucking bruised all the time. Thank you so much, Red Mary. Appreciate that. I can get along with anybody, guys. Absolutely anybody. I don't stay away from all the messy drama and all that shit. I can get I can get along with anybody except you hurt someone who can't defend themselves. You big ass bully. Pick on someone your own size, Daniel. You don't hurt someone, a child that can't fend for themselves, that are innocent. You don't pick on someone that's disabled, right? You don't pick on animals. Thank you so much, Red Moon. Appreciate you, dear. Thank you, Gypsy Honey. Thank you so much. You jumped like a spider fell in your lap. I heard it, and I heard it. I heard it. Justin, wait, play this. Play what? I have 2 spare rooms for Daphne and Justin. I'll probably get an Airbnb because y'all would kick me out with Remy. Thank you so much, Chips. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you where the wind blows. Same state, learning is the same frame of mind. He was tweaking here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got you, Dad. Let me look. Can I share the screen, Daph? Is that okay? Oh, I will. I will. Because I've already given the RCMP tips on the blue car. There's some things I just can't say in this case, but because I just don't want Daniel to know. Well, I didn't catch that. Okay, I can share it. Okay. Because I just don't want Daniel to know. Or Malaya. It says YouTube is not currently available on this device. What does that mean? What does that mean? Can you give me a new link, Dav? I've never seen that ever. Hold on, I'm gonna fix something here. Bear with me, guys. I'm clipping something else. Just bear with me. You're not gonna hear me for a second. Okay. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'll play yours in just 1 second. Bear with me. Almost done. Got it. Okay. Thank you for holding, guys. I apologize, but you'll want to see it. So trust me. Okay, here we go. Daphne, it's saying the same thing. It's not available on this device. Let me try it under. Yeah. Let me try it on my phone. Just make sure my phone's not blocking it. Is Brad in here? We just proved it, Brad. Daniel's a fucking liar. Which we already knew that. He's a fucking liar, but still. Nope. Look, Daph, on my phone it says this video is unavailable. All right, watch this, guys. I fucking caught this motherfucker. Here we go. Can you send it to me another way? Can you screen record it, Daph, again? Or just give me the link and the timestamp of it? All right, let's watch the math tell. It's your account that happened to mine? I don't think it's mine because I checked on both my accounts. I checked on both my accounts. All right, watch Daniel.
So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder, because that's the car Milan owns, the 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder.
The blue.
And
just keep listening.
White car Milan, white Nissan, the
watch, slow down. The blue. Now, watch this. Okay, thanks, Dad.
So what I did is I parked the
what, Daniel? Hold on. The what? Okay.
I mean, white Nissan
RCMP. Listen up. RCMP. Listen up.
RCMP, open up.
You better be fucking finding that blue fucking car fucking fast. You know what I mean? Thank you, April, for gifting a membership. I do appreciate you, my dear, very, very much. Thank you for your support. And where the wind blows, same state learning, Yes, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very much. And Riley's Nana, thank you so much for your support, my dear. Appreciate you. Now listen to this. It's going to slow down, and I've got something else to show you.
Pathfinder.
Listen, watch him slowed.
The Carmelians 2017 Nissan White.
First of all, again, he says the blue, and then he says the blue, and I mean, then the, but I mean the Nissan Pathfinder. But then not only that, he goes into extra detail. Liars always give extra details. Because if you're not lying, ask me the fucking question. I'll tell you. People that's not lying, they don't need to give you extra details. Yeah, I know what I did. Right? He says, because that's what Malaya drives. Nobody fucking cares where you parked when the RCMP showed up. Nobody cares what you were driving when the RCMP showed up. It is unnecessary information. The Nissan Pathfinder, because Malaya drives a 2017 Nissan Pathfinder. And Mr. Brad Wong said, and he would have had no fucking idea, no idea whatsoever, unless he heard it and seen it. He said it was Daniel's car. Right? Daniel's car. Oh, if it's a troll, the truth always pisses the trolls off. So let them defend their boy.
Like on Carmel Nissan Pathfinder. The Carmelians 2017 Nissan White Pathfinder. And
he's stressed. He's stressed there because he's thinking up his next. You can take he's taking the deep breath.
2017 Nissan White Pathfinder.
Pause. Breath.
And I parked over.
There you go. Okay, I'm going to pull up Daph's video. 1 second.
So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's the Carmelians, the 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder.
Yes, Minnie just messaged me, and she made a very good point. And the slip about the blue, then the slips about the keys together, two mistakes add up. Because remember how I kept saying, because she has two keys, right? Because she has two keys, right? Again, he said that for a purpose. He said that for a purpose. Oh, she has two keys, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's been bothering me for a long time, and I fucking knew he said that for a reason. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Dav wants me to show this. Let's see what this is.
He's on Daniel Martel. I did all the culverts, did all the dirt roads, and then he says he got home, parked the car, and then he searched on foot. Well, this one says he waited for the RCMP. And then there's another one when he returned, RCMP were already there. There are 3 different stories on the morning that Jack and Lily disappeared. What actually happened?
They were gone. As soon as I seen that they were gone, immediately jumped in the car, did all the dirt roads, did all the culverts, checked over the rivers, the streams. I did everything. I did anywhere the vehicle could take me. I did.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got back home, like 10 minutes later, I immediately went out on foot till the officers got here.
I was told 12 minutes.
Okay.
But then when I looked at the documentation and, asked questions and dug further, it was 22 minutes, I do believe.
And were you at the house when they arrived?
I was actually, when they were arriving, I was actually coming back to the house in the car. And I couldn't park in the driveway because RCMP just stopped in the yard, right?
Okay.
Because they were just starting to walk down and talk to Malaya. So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder, because that's the car Malaya owns, the 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder. And I parked over on the right-hand side of the marsh, going toward Lansdowne Road. There's a marsh that's right beside the house there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably can pull that up on the map. There's a little driveway that's right beside it. It's about 100 feet from the house.
Okay. Go around here?
Yeah, that's actually the marsh. And there's a little driveway right on the left-hand side right there. Yep. That's why I parked in the white Nissan Pathfinder.
Okay.
And then when I jumped,
he says it again right there. Yeah, that's why. Yes. That's why I parked my 2017 Nissan Pathfinder that is Malaya's, that has 2 keys, that I, left my phone on the side of the bed. Yes, I parked it there, everyone. You get it? Okay, let's continue.
Out of the car, the RCMP yelled at me from in the yard, right? Because they could see me clearly.
Yeah.
And they said, Daniel, don't go back into the woods. So at that point, I didn't go back into the woods. I walked over to the house and.
Oh. But I didn't go back into the woods.
And I went down and I was talking to my mother because the RCMP just, officers just sworn Malaya.
Very, very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning when we noticed that the children were gone. Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there.
TikTok.
Inconsistencies.
Tick motherfucking tock. Okay. Now, I got a message for this woman. Janie, if you want your trailer back and you want to stay out of prison, then you know something that took place that night. And you said, if I would have saw the kids, this would have never have happened. Like, you could have stopped it. It's not them stopping from getting out of the yard, because they never walked out of the yard. You know what happened Thursday night, Janie, into Friday morning. He said he wasn't even there, that he was out searching when the search team arrived. So effing full of shit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sonny. Exactly. Janie, I understand you love your son. I understand that, because we can think he's a piece of shit, but he's still your son. I understand that. But if he did something wrong, and Janie, you know, don't go to prison for someone else's mistake. Your dog barks. There was a reason you did not want to let them in your camper that day. I don't know what it was, but there was a reason. Yep. This is yep. This is what he said. This is his text message that I showed the other day. It sure is. Let me show you. One second. We all know. Yeah, Malaya trying to throw me under the bus. Leaked messages from her. She's backed into a corner now. Her and her mother did it, I believe, with 99% accuracy. Like I was talking last night, the reporter that said when the next day that Malaya had just left, Justin check Sasha's account. I don't know who Sasha. I think it's some. It's either Daniel or one of his 3 cronies. If mods want to take care of a thing, take care of it. Anyway, Daniel says this, and just like when Malaya first left, and the reporter said this always struck me as odd, because it was the next day after Malaya had left, and Daniel said, Malaya is going to blame all of this on me. She's going to throw me under the bus. Oh, Sasha's fine. She's fine. What's going on in chat? I'm not even looking at chat. Our Sasha. I thought there was like another Sasha. I apologize. My bad. Our Sasha. Okay, I apologize, Sasha. I don't know what's going on in chat. Leave Sasha alone. Okay, I got you. Sasha, our Sasha. Okay. I thought it was another Sasha. No, we're good. Yeah. What's wrong? Is she might be having a bad day or something. I don't know I haven't even seen her in here. I haven't even seen a message from her. You're talking about our Sasha Johnson? Are you talking about our Sasha Johnson? I think it's Johnson. And make sure it's our Sasha Johnson. I haven't seen her. The chat's going too fast, so someone came in here calling her a troll and it started her up. Why would they call her a troll? Yeah, Sasha Johnson. Yeah, Sasha's our girl. Yeah, she's absolutely fine. It's heated and passionate. Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get heated and passionate. Everyone does if you care. If you give a fuck. Right? Okay. All right. I got to show y'all some stuff. don't forget Daniel's white. Daniel's white. Justin, she thought you called her a troll. She took it personal. I did call Sasha a troll, but it wasn't. I didn't know it was our Sasha Johnson. I still don't. Is she typing? The chat's going so fast I can't even see either. So yes, Sasha Johnson. Let me look if I see her anywhere. Let's see. I think even Sasha's a member. I'm pretty sure she is. Damn, I still don't see her. Okay, there she is. You're good, Sasha. You're good, Sasha. Don't worry about it. Everyone can have their own opinion. She asked me who I was, and I must. I don't know. It's okay. Just everyone cool down. We're classy here. We only trash Daniel. People who hurt kids or allegedly hurt kids. Yeah. This was Daniel's car. And let me tell you, Daniel and the family. Daniel and the family. When they all get each other's stuff, right? Daniel and them had four-wheelers and all that. One of them took the payments over the four-wheelers before. Okay. This was once Justin's car. Justin only drives, I call it a stick, a standard, right? But Mr. Martell, August 22nd, 2021, this is my brother's car. Please text or call. My brother has a 2009 Subaru Impreza, 222,520 kilometers, mostly highway driving. Car was a lease before it was bought. Selling it as is, where is, inspected until the end of August of this year. For it to pass again, it will need the rockers. You're off your rocker, fucking Daniel. Done on both sides. Listen to this. And exhaust. And exhaust will need some work. And it will need back shocks and the wheel bearings in the back. You know, Daniel, if you would stop sleeping with these women down the dirt roads, you know, when you bring them, you meet them and you meet them down the dirt road and you're having sexual intercourse with them down the dirt roads in the back of the car, maybe it wouldn't need shocks all the fucking time, right? But I digress. Yeah, and yeah. Just like old Durwood here. Just like old Durwood here. Never had a Kia, not a 2016 Kia Sportage that possibly needs an engine. That you can see his vehicle and his belly hanging over here in the reflection. Okay. Daniel has been accused of drugging people in the past. Is that true? I have no idea. Janie's got a rake. You're fine, Chips. Thank you, baby. Yep. He took over the payments. He did. Daniel can't even drive an automatic car. Why would he? Well, like I told you guys the other night, I know that how Daniel bought his $4,000 Escalade was he won off of an online gambling thing that he does. Right? Yep. And so let's talk about what Daniel said about Miss Malaya now. Okay. Let me find it here. One second. Was not searching. All right. You know, it just depends on the day what Daniel thinks about Malaya. Remember when he was talking about Malaya, if she didn't have that she wouldn't have anything to do with don't blame Malaya because she might take it out on Meadow. Well, here he says she has nothing to do with
the fact that they are bringing the cadaver dogs in.
Well, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it's been about 3 months. I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed, I guess, till now. But
1 second, my battery's gonna die.
I know things take time, and dogs are hard to get.
Bear with me.
So what does this say to you? Because I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy that they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
So what are you happy about? What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations. Maybe they're not going to stop, but slow down because at this point they're getting ridiculous.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it. It's just to keep the public informed, I guess, that they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think it will rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard and there's no human remains on the property.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact
I'm fixing my
what if
camera.
they do find something?
No, because
I'm fixing my camera, guys. Just give me 1 second here. Brush my hair. Sally, I try to look good for y'all every day. God. Cost a lot of money to look this cheap, honey. Lord. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Here we go. I think we're getting there. 1 second. Okay, we got it. All right. He knows 100% sure. And this is what is very interesting. Thank you, April, honey. Appreciate you. Thank you, Riley's Nana. Appreciate you very, very much. We are one. Okay.
I didn't do anything. I know Malaya.
Hold on. Listen to this. Listen to this one more time.
Yes, that they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think it will rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard and there's no human remains on the property.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, what if they do find something?
No, because
No?
I didn't do anything.
Okay. Notice how he does there. Because if you don't know what happened to the kids, you don't know. So anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. Even the RCMP says all options are on the table because they didn't know what happened to Jack and Lily. We didn't know what happened to Jack and Lily. We can't say 100% that anything is 100%, right? Until, we've kept investigating on this, and it's, in my opinion, showed a direction clearly by now. But that's not what the reporter asked. That's not what she asked. What was the catch Sam said? Okay. Listen to this. All right. The reporter asked, "Are you preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something on, the area there, right?" Well, hey, one Germander, good to see you. Long time no see. What if they do? Well, just because they find them around the area, it does not mean Daniel or Malaya did anything. She's not even insinuating that. Just that they're out there, right? That nobody knows where they are, right, Daniel? So how can you be 100% sure?
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because I didn't do anything.
He immediately brings it back to him. No. No. What if they do find something out there? No, because I didn't do anything. Okay, well, then they could have walked off, right? That's what you and Malaya called and said that Jack and Lily walked off. But you're bringing it back to you. No, because I didn't do anything. But listen to what he says here.
I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything.
Those are all the three people that I am perfectly concerned about. Again, Charmaine, yeah, I mean, I've heard him say that too. But how does he know that the kids are not dead? Right? How does he know the kids are not dead? Because statistics tell us, unfortunately, and the RCMP, and the lie detector questions points that they are deceased. Right? Yeah. Yep, this tells everything, doesn't it? This picture right here. Sure does.
Those are three people on the property.
Sure.
I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there.
They've not cleared anybody, sir. So don't get it twisted. Well, no, they did clear Cody. They did clear Cody.
We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
We didn't kill any of the kids. I mean, we didn't kill the kids. Yeah, he looks like he's coming off of a math bender, in my opinion. Looks just like a wet pup that hasn't had his shirt washed in about 6 weeks.
Why do you think that they're not possibly, like, why that they didn't possibly wander into the woods?
Well, with the amount of resources that were used, and I mean, for everything from drones to helicopters to classified technology and all the searchers on the ground. I mean, searchers on bicycles. They did everything. On the pipeline, they took in ATVs and Argos and side by sides. They used everything they could.
Tell me about, what do you make at this point of the investigation of what RCMP have been doing or not doing? What's your stance on all of that?
Well, I would like to go in for another whole round of polygraph exams. I mean, that would be, and maybe bring some new people in that are doing.
Perfect. I'm new people, Daniel. I am new people. Nice to meet you. I told you I would pay for that polygraph. If you are up for it, I would be willing to pay for that if you ask for a very specific polygrapher. If I do a very specific polygrapher, very specific questions, and you will do a full panel rug test that you are not on any medications at the time. There you go. The offer stands. Okay.
Doing the polygraph exams, but I know they're hard at work. I've filled notebooks with just trying to help them find leads or give them any kind of small detail, answer as many questions as they can, or but
again, Daniel, they asked you for specific details about, I don't know, Thursday night into, I don't know, Friday morning. And you said it's just an ordinary day. Just an ordinary day, right? But you filled notebooks. Notebooks. You are so full of shit, sir. You are so full of shit. Look at there. Isn't that a full of shit look if you've ever seen one? The lies behind those Martell eyes. The lies behind the Martell eyes.
I'm doing everything I can. I usually try to meet with them 3 times a week. And sometimes they're not around for that, or phone calls or texts, but whatever we can do.
So I guess to bring it back to the cadaver dogs, since you've been asking for it for so long, I guess, you don't have any information on how that will happen?
No, I don't even know where quite they're going to start searching, or where they're going to do. Are they going to expand out onto the properties? The property there is fairly small. It's only 2 acres. So.
Yeah. Will it be the whole 8.5?
It's not just your property, Mr. Mattel. It's the property and properties around your home.
Half that they searched previously.
I don't know. That's a lot. That would be quite a few.
Well, they did 40
weeks probably on foot doing that.
Yeah. There's his lizard. There's his lizard tongue. There's his lizard tongue. Screenshot. Lizard tongue. 1 second.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
See that lizard tongue? That's worry, and that is concern.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
That's dry mouth from, I don't know, mathematics, perhaps. Perhaps not.
But I mean, if you look at the documents,
there's his arm swaying. But I mean, if you look at the documents,
and some of the other stuff RCMP has said or done. There's 70,000 drone photos
oh man,
that were taken during the search,
and not a damn thing found. You expect a 4 and a 6-year-old to walk that far? A 4 and a 6-year-old to walk that far, 20 minutes, allegedly ahead of you, and nobody seen, nobody heard, not a dog scent, not an air scent, but maybe a white car.
That's a lot of photos. I mean, they had to review and do everything. So they would have found some kind of something there. Or even when they brought in classified technology, they scanned the whole area. They ever found a beaver and a coyote. That's all they found.
So why do you think this?
Yep. Same way with Sebastian's case. They found cats. They cats throughout the neighborhood that night, but not a child walking in the neighborhood, and not a scent either. Isn't that interesting? How all of these weird cases, there's not an air scent, there's not a dog scent, nothing.
Step is necessary.
Well, it just rules out one and brings the book a little bit closer to being closed. I mean, one chapter at a time.
How have you been doing?
Yeah, Daniel. Daniel is really hoping that this is closed soon. He makes no bones about it. He actually said that to one of his ex-girlfriends. Hopefully this, will be resolved soon. It'll be over soon. Right? And I pray the same. But in my opinion, he wants this to be just over. No answers at all. And this is the thing. You got a lot of us out here that are not going to give up on Jack and Lily. I'm 4.5 into summer. We ain't even broke a year with Jack and Lily. It's just getting started. We're not even halfway in until there's an arrest or they're found. So whether that arrest comes tonight, whether they knock a door or 2 or 3 down tonight at, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, or whether that's a year from now, 6 months, 2 weeks, 4 years, or longer, Jack and Lily are not going to be forgotten. They were neglected and bruised all the time, not because they were clumsy, but, in my opinion, because of figure A. And the only thing we are going to do is not stop. Might bruise an ego. Too bad, so sad. You're a grown-ass man.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm doing well, but doing better than I was at the start, I guess. It's physically exhausting, mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, but every day you wake up and it's a new day.
It is, because, again, you don't even want your ex-girlfriends or anything to, be on the internet, because God forbid, they might learn some facts and get some sense into them. But you're out here to try to control and manipulate who you can, in my opinion.
New hope. Just keep going forward.
Tell me about the toll, like what you were just mentioning earlier about social media.
Yeah, social media has been quite a circus, we'll call it. But
everyone, Sunny, Daphne, everyone in chat, do your Miss America wave or the social media. Do your Miss America wave. Bitch.
Can't control them, and they're free to judge.
And do.
But maybe just use a little bit of this before they.
And sure damn do.
Start typing or.
And will.
Use an AI for pictures.
And not.
I mean, we're coming up on, is it
and not, bitch.
5 months?
Yeah, in the second. So, yeah, it's less than 2 weeks.
Like, did you ever imagine that we'd be here still talking about this?
No. I thought with the amount of resources and amount of different units for RCMP working on it, everything from dive teams to.
I think, in my opinion, he did think this would probably be over by now. I think he thought he would probably be, I don't know, arrested by now. Maybe even he's surprised. TikTok, mother chicken.
On units and social, they have dedicated teams just for social media. They have a dedicated guy that just sits there and watches highway cameras. So.
And Lou.
What's it been like for you now that we're back to September, school's back, and seeing the school bus go by every day?
Yeah, no, it's hard. There's quite a few school buses that go by, and there's a lot of kids in the area I see, and it's sad.
This is giving you guys useless information, but I used to hear out of my speakers on my laptop. Now I hear out of my headphones. I used to be able just to hear myself out of my headphones, so I can hear a lot better now. And this is the first live I've had it going through my headphones, and I like it better. But when I've got my headphones on, I just noticed that I heard kids in the back.
There's a lot of kids in the area. Yeah, no, it's hard. There's quite a few school buses that go by, and there's a lot of kids in the area I see, and.
You know what pisses me off? You hear those sweet, beautiful little innocent kids in the background, living their life, playing outside like kids do. And then I think of Jack and Lily's classmates. I think about this a lot with missing kids. The kids, I can't imagine, because this stuff just didn't happen as much when we were kids. I can't imagine being in elementary school, middle school, high school, and your friend, your other pupils, not showing up to school one day. And then explaining to the class, to the school, and the teachers about Jack and Lily vanished, and we have no idea what happened to them. Yeah. And how a kid like that processes it. And my heart goes out to the teachers who have to explain that, but not only have to explain that, they get close with these kids. And the kids tell them things, because kids that age have no filter. They tell the truth, right? They're pure. And I can't imagine teachers of Jack and Lily who bought them coats and who saw the bruises and knew something was wrong and then did the right thing and called CPS. And then still, they're missing today. Can't imagine being that teacher. Their empty seat. Yes. That's right, Klinger. Yes. Just I've spoken to the teachers. They reached out to me in Sebastian's case. And in Sebastian's case, Katie never went to get Sebastian's stuff. And in Malaya's case, Malaya had never met the teachers. She never met the teachers. What do you mean? Don't you go to orientation? Don't you go to their little parties or anything? She never met the teachers. Nope. She never met the teachers. Thank you, CJ. That was my next words. It was May. Almost the fucking end of the year. Never met the teachers. How do you not go to their little parties? How do you not volunteer for something? You don't bring cupcakes to their parties or anything? You don't bring a pizza to their parties? That's all the fuck I did when my kids were little. I was showing up with cupcakes, all kinds of stuff. Pizzas. What did they need? I had stuff shipped from Amazon directly to the school. I was thankful for them. Teachers are not appreciated enough. I volunteered for field day, concession stands, everything. You don't even know the teachers. And you are concerned that Jack and Lily might have autism. Your words, not mine, because I don't think they had autism. I just think you didn't give a fuck and didn't work with them, Malaya. And I think, in my opinion, you just allowed Mr. Mathtel to abuse them. Those kids, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but in my opinion, they didn't have autism or anything more than the man on the moon. They just didn't have parents that gave a shit. Right? No PTO meetings. No parent-teacher interviews. Not had to meet the teachers when the report cards came out. Like nothing? Nothing. Nothing. It's beyond. I mean, at our school, like, you volunteer, you have to do background checks, everything, the whole thing, right? I've given rides for field trips, helping other classmates, their parents was working or whatever, give them rides, like all that stuff. And missed 40 some days of school. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Sad.
Yeah, it fucking is, Daniel. You're
It's
sad.
not just sad for Jack and Lily, but it's sad for everybody who knew Jack and Lily.
Damn sure is.
They had friends. They went to school. And it's just.
I get so fucking mad, y'all. I get so mad because, in my opinion, this person tries to play it. He tries to play it like a fiddle, and he wins with some people. He does, because there is a few people out there that still believe him. And I tell you guys this all the time, but I'll say it till I can't say it again. It fucking infuriates me that there are people out here that pretend to the masses that they have no idea what happened to their kids when they were the last person to place them wherever the fuck they place them. And they make the missing children not have dignity where they're laying or placed. You have Belinda, who is wringing her fucking hands day and night, worried about her grandkids. I couldn't imagine. The teachers, the classmates, the community, all of that. When there are people that know what happened to these kids right now. Right now. And they're probably almost guarantee you that they're watching. Me, Daphne, Sunny, Charmaine, AB, Ninchi, all of us. But just know this. We're not going to stop. And I haven't told you everything. Because sometimes you can't say something. Daniel knows that they're on him. Daniel knows. He can twist it and lie to people all the hell he wants. But he knows it. And that's probably why, in my opinion, he gets blasted out of his mind. Because of what he had to do Thursday night into Friday morning. Imagine having to do something like that. Potentially, allegedly. Not just call the police because you're too big of a puss to take it like a man, Daniel. Malaya. Piece of garbage.
They had teachers that seen them every day, and it's just hard on everybody.
I know we ask you this every single time, but why do you keep doing it?
For Jack and Lily.
No. He doesn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck then, don't give a fuck now, won't give a fuck in the future. He does it for him, the perception of him. That's what he does it for. That's what he does it for. Yep. Bingo. Bingo, Sonny. Daniel is the type of person that can't not know what's going on. It's too much. He's too much of a narcissist. He's too much of a narcissist, and he has to know. He has to know. You know, and we see this all the time in these cases. They adapt because we point out the shortcomings in their story.
I'll do this for myself because I'm going to see this online later and people are going to analyze it. Every time I move my hands, every time I open my mouth, every facial expression, they analyze everything right down to a T.
Damn right, and we're right.
I know that.
What would you like the public to know?
You're a lion sack of shot.
I want the public to know if anyone has any information, just please come forward. Call the RCMP, call your local police department.
I do.
Call Crime Stoppers.
I sure do.
Do you still think they're still alive?
Yes.
No, you don't. No, you don't. If this motherfucker passed a polygraph, we're fucked. Honestly. Absolute fucked. Absolute fucked.
What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. What I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder. Because that's the car Malay owns, the 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder.
You see, Brad did not say Malaya's car. He said Daniel's loud ass car with the loud exhaust. You know what? Listen, Sonny, we're going to pull out that KFC and we're going to fucking cheer with leg bones. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to cheer with KFC leg bones. That's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. Damn Skippy.
And like Carmelan, white knees, like the
What, Daniel? The blue? The white?
So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm. Look at that meth mouth.
That's Carmelan's 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder. And I parked over.
Yep, he believes his lies. He believes his lies. Yep. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you. It's been a very productive live. Don't forget, we are having what I call a town hall Friday. We'll set the time, I guess, tomorrow with Sunny, Charmaine, Daphne, myself. AB wants to join. Any buddy wants to join. email us, message us. Love to have you. I think it's going to be a good time. We'll probably be live for damn 12 hours because we won't stop yapping. But it's going to be good, I can tell you. And Ninchi, yes, absolutely. It's going to be this Friday. Don't have a time yet. We'll advertise it on our community post, and we'll tell you more in our lives. If Sunny and Daphne and Charmaine, all of us are live tomorrow, we'll tell you then as well. I'll post it in the groups and all that. Yeah, anybody can join. It's not just a members only. It's just it's all of us creators are going to be dual streaming. So anybody. Shan, yes, anybody. Yeah. That's why I don't like start naming names, because I forget people and it's not intentionally. Yeah. And not only that, Sunny, is even the ad says that. Thank you, CJ. All right, guys. God bless each and every single one of you. Justice for Jack and Lily Sullivan, 4 and only 6 years old. Their life mattered, and they deserve to be found. Absolutely deserve to be found and laid to rest with some dignity. And whoever did something or knows something needs to talk, especially if you just know something, aka, in my opinion, allegedly, perhaps Janie, maybe Justin, perhaps the brother. Because when it drops out, when the bottom drops out, it's going to all happen at once. And then it's going to be too fucking late. Too fucking late. God bless you. God keep you safe, and God protect you all. Good night. God bless.